another gloomy day, I should say. Let's get to it. And as always, remember to hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the action. Looks like we're having some issues with the louver again, so that's not good. That side's off now. This side's off. This side is off. Not sure what's going on, but the weather is probably screwing it up for sure. Especially since this side never had issues. That side I fixed a long time ago and I didn't have issues after that. And then this side was perfectly fine just yesterday. Here is to a cold start. Apparently the one over there just needed to be screwed in a little more. Somehow loosened. The one over here, I just pressed down and it sat down. As you guys could see, the bolt's already rusting, so that's not good news. Wish the quality was a little better, but it is what it is, I guess. And then that side, it's just being a pain in the... Obviously, when I press it down, I think it fell over there. Whenever I press it down, it's not sticking, so I'm probably going to need to change the tape on this one and probably the bracket. Maybe I'll put another bracket on it. Big day in Mustang ownership today. It's officially been 3 to 5 days for the window tints, so I could finally put the windows down. I believe today is day 5, and yeah, I'll probably keep them up for now since it is a chilly day. But it's good to know that I could finally have the windows down, since I do like driving with the windows down even when it is cold. I like having them cracked at least, but we will be finally using the windows after a while. This guy's too much fun. I see that. I'm not sure how I'm not gonna go to jail.
All she want is impressions. I got what she want, that's why she in my section. I'm with slimes, wipe your nose, we a bless. It's my time, I'm taking what's mine. Why you worry about you?
It's all blacked out. That makes sense. You haven't listed mine yet, right? You haven't listed mine yet, right?
No. Why?
No, just...
What you gonna for? Some details.
Literally gave you the details you asked for. And you're just gonna make sure that it says OEM, so they know that it's the actual original one and not like aftermarket one.
You know your car isn't that low, right?
Well, that's what I thought with the C55 until the bumpers started ripping off.
So we back at it, I just had a double back, and I keep on backtracking, I just made another step. All these mixed emotions got me a little confused, like what you trying.
Decided to come over here just to put the insurance in the car. Not that I'll be going anywhere because the car is still... As you could see, the light's still blinking. The car does not go on and off in terms of the alarm, but as I believe I mentioned yesterday, but maybe not, when I plugged in the jump starter, the red one, it said the voltage was actually fairly high on the battery, and then even though it charged for hours, the battery voltage obviously increased, but it was still high. So I'm not sure what happened. I think something else was wrong, not the battery, because the battery had high voltage when I plugged it in, and it was even higher when I unplugged it. Obviously tried to start it quite a few times yesterday. The final time it at least cranked a little bit, but not really, and it just didn't start. So that's sort of where we're at with the Mustang. But fortunately we have the Lamborghini and the 24 GT to rely on, so it's not really that big of a deal, and we'll just get this car situated at some point. But fortunately, or hopefully, what happens is we end up reaching the 20,000 subscriber milestone, and then I'll probably just send this to the shop to get a twin turbo built, get the leaks repaired, and then have this situation worked out. But we'll just see what happens. About to head out, and I see this little cat over here, but we are about to head out. Got several things to do. Going to also grab lunch with a friend. and it's going to be his first time seeing this car. Took about an additional like 10 minutes to leave. The Louver is probably one of the worst products I think I've ever bought. It's like barely sticking. I already lost a screw. The way one of the holes was made, it made the screw hard to fit because the plastic's actually not even once the hole was made. So a piece of the plastic's actually lifted up. When you try to screw on top of it, obviously it doesn't sit flat. So that screw, you know, I try to fix plenty of times, but you know, we probably would need sandpaper or something to make it even. And eventually that top that screwed on disappeared. So that's gone. I think I've replaced about 2 or 3 plates already because the adhesive does not stick. So it'll be sticky for like a little bit and then, you know, it'll release, as you guys have seen on video quite a few times now. It just keeps releasing. So I was trying to fix the louver. I ended up replacing one of the brackets once again because this time the tape was stuck to the windshield, but the plate or bracket was not. So I replaced that, but even then it's not sticking. I made sure it was dry and whatnot, and it's not sticking. So we'll see. I mean, I brought all the plates and everything with me in case I need to do a repair during the drive at some point. And then another one released as well. So that one I was able to push down. It stuck for about 30 seconds or so, and then it came back up. So yeah, I've never had any issues like this with the louvers. I'm trying to remember if all of the ones, I mean, I've only done louvers one time, and I believe the setup was similar where you had double-sided tape on brackets, and then those brackets would basically screw on the louver to the windshield. So I don't think conceptually this is any different than anything else I've done, but it's just, I don't know, it's just not sticking. Even, you know, when I put it on, I don't think it rained for a couple of days, but when it started raining, or around that time, I think it started releasing before it even rained on the car, and the rain hasn't helped. So that's sort of where we're at with that, unfortunately. So yeah, horrible experience. They did provide this liquid glue that you could put on the 3M tape, which that alone probably suggests that a lot of people have trouble with the louvers sticking, which is why they probably provide extra glue, because I've never seen any product that uses double-sided tape come with actual additional liquid glue that you could put on the tape to make it stick. So that alone is quite interesting. So I'm sure plenty of other people have had similar experiences. But yeah, that's probably going to be the next step. Try to use that, and then maybe I'll use a blow dryer to see if I could heat on the glue to make it more sticky. But we'll see. I don't want to do something that might make it difficult to reverse, which is my main concern. Or I would have just, you know, made it a little more permanent, if you will. But I don't want to get it to that point in case I do need to, you know, reverse it, or, you know, maybe I want to clean the back window. I won't have access to it if I have a more permanent louver on it. So that's sort of where we're at right now. Regardless of the bad news, the good news is today we have officially gone through a week since the window tints were done. So at this point, I should be well within the time period to put the windows down. And as you guys know, I love driving with the windows cracked or down, and this will give me the ability to do so. So I haven't put it down yet, but I'll probably do that as soon as this clip is over.
10 seconds later.
I just had an interesting moment where I was in the intersection, light turned green. I don't believe I went over the speed limit. It's just that the car is loud, and, you know, a lot of people ease into accelerating on a green light, whereas I usually like to push it. So, you know, obviously if the speed limit's like 45 miles per hour, I'll reach the 45 miles per hour a lot quicker if I'm gassing it from the from the green light, whereas the average person might slowly increase their speed to 45. So as I was going, I just so happened to notice that I was going a little quicker than traffic, because obviously I started accelerating quicker, and in incoming traffic there was a police officer, which I'm sure noticed me, because it's hard not to when you have a freaking super loud exhaust. I mean, even the Lamborghini probably could get by a lot of people without being noticed, unless I'm like accelerating hard. But even then, it's like, you know, the sound is unique with the V10, but it's not like obnoxiously loud by any means. So it could probably go unnoticed, and the car's black, obviously. With this car, the color isn't that dark for one, so it could probably be easily spotted, but like the exhaust makes it super noticeable. So I'm sure the cop noticed. I just kept driving, obviously, to my destination. But in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, this cop might just, at some point, make a U-turn and come back. But fortunately, the cop did not. At least I don't think so, because I don't see a cop behind me. But, yeah, interesting situation, to say the least. One other thing that I do want to mention before I end up forgetting is the fact that I reached out to Whipple directly and asked them how the process works. Is there any way, you know, I could get the Supercharger sooner? I already ordered it. You know, can I pay extra, or like go pick it up since it's actually not that far away, or something, so, you know, my supporters could have the car sooner than later. I don't know if you guys saw that Mustang. That was an interesting build. And unfortunately, so I emailed late last night since I was up working on stuff. And this morning I received an email saying that unfortunately they cannot tell me how long it'll take, but it looks like it'll take 10 to 12 weeks on 2024 GT Superchargers. He said that it probably won't arrive. I think he meant arrive. I don't think he meant shipped. It won't arrive until late February. So the shop that I bought it from estimated it at late January. And I think I noticed that on a couple other websites as well, that said that it would be about late January, but Whipple directly told me that it won't be late January, it will actually be late February. And for more information on the details, I need to contact the supplier and not them, unfortunately. So that's sort of where we're at right now, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, we still got some time to go when this vlog is actually being recorded, until late February, so we have quite some time to kill. But hopefully I get it sooner. We'll just, I guess, see how that ends up playing out. And, you know, by the time this vlog is posted, I think Supercharger will still be a few weeks away for its arrival. But, you know, what can we do? We're doing our best. Obviously, if we had connections, maybe we'd be able to get it quicker, like some other people did, or some other companies. I feel like we're able to get it sooner. I gotta take that off.
You got it tinted, or it came like that?
No, I got it tinted a week ago, so I can finally use the windows for the first fucking time.
What is this for? Like your daily or what?
Yeah, I don't have the.
You got rid of blue tea?
No, I got blue tea. I don't have the BMW anymore.
Oh, you sold it?
Yeah. Well, I traded it in for this, and then I got this for the sake of content, basically.
Oh, really?
So I'm building the car, like, so yeah, I bought the car and I'm building the car literally just for the content.
You didn't want your BMW?
Turn left on.
You didn't like.
Then at the roundabout, turn right on road.
Well, so I mean, the BMW was okay. It was just that, like, I felt like it was
at the roundabout, like, turn right on
it was kind
road.
Of like pricey. It started getting like kind of pricey for like no reason.
Yeah.
Because the interest.
This is more low key, but it's still it's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously a lot different. I mean,
what the color specifically?
Yeah, it was either
in
this or
700
black.
feet, turn right on Parkway West.
So I tried to negotiate on this one, but like if it didn't go through, I probably would have just bought a black car because like they're easier to find and like I kind of like I prefer black cars.
Turn right on it. Parkway West.
It's like a new color they have for 2024, and like my dad liked it too, so I was just like, well, I mean, if he likes it, then I guess.
Yes. Except for this hot pot right here, we gotta get into it. Pretty hungry, man.
I mean, you have to show me the ways because I don't like.
Well,
I have like zero
experience. If it's like other hot pots, which I'm assuming it is, like you just pay. It's like a buffet. It's all you can eat. Pay $25. They give you your broth. They do everything from. They just serve you raw meats, and then you just throw it in. And then it's like,
In a quarter of a mile. Exit to I-880 south of San Jose.
Is this faster than Lambo?
No, this is actually slower than Lambo.
This is the first time you drove it out, like took it out?
I've driven it here and there. This is so I bought it in Santa Clara and then brought it back.
You know where we're going?
You said what?
You know where we're going?
No, I have the maps running. Yeah,
you did?
yeah.
There's only one place called Halal thing, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. I don't think it should be an issue. But yeah, the car is definitely slower. But when it's fully built in a couple of months, I mean, it's probably going to be the fastest car I've ever owned.
You gotta add like some shit.
So the car's gonna have a supercharger on it, so it's going to have almost 900 horses in it.
Continue straight for 8 minutes to exit 16, Stevenson Boulevard.
Man, this shit's brand new. My man didn't take anything off.
But
Hey, it didn't even end up raining, bro. She started clearing up.
Watch out,
Yeah,
vehicle
no,
on shoulder ahead.
I feel like it sprinkled at some point after I woke up, but yeah, it didn't actually like rain. What time I woke up? I think I woke up at like 7:20 or something. But at some point, like once I started working, when I looked at the window, like the window had the hella like it was wet. So like I know at some point it was sprinkling at least, but I don't think it ever rained.
What did you do for Christmas, bro?
I just chilled at the house actually. I didn't do anything crazy on. I think it was.
Did you cop anything for your family? Did you get anything?
Nah, because obviously we don't really celebrate. Yeah, so like it was more like family time and like dinner than anything. And then I think it was Sunday night it was Saturday night we ended up going to Alameda to see like Christmas lights because I guess they have like a strip. I don't know what the hell it's called, but yeah, like my sister obviously planned it, so we did that. But like outside of that, like nothing really special.
Y'all never do the gift giving thing?
No, not really.
Well, from giving days off?
Yeah, so we actually had Christmas off, which was Monday, and then we actually got Tuesday off just for the sake of having it off, I guess. And like
so you're off for like 2 full days?
Yeah, so I had that. Yeah, so I had I guess a 4-day weekend, but I ended up like I didn't do legal work at any point, but
Yeah,
like I did.
You've been playing good. Speaking of, no?
Well, one game. I don't know what that's worth, right?
The Raiders. You been watching the Raiders? Or did you see that
The
game?
Raiders and Chiefs? No, I didn't see that one.
Did you see the game where it was like, was it Raiders? Was it Viking? But it was like 0-0.
What the?
Did you see that shit?
Nah.
And then it was like, I don't know if it was Viking. They scored like a field goal. And it was like the final score was like 3-0, bro.
What the hell?
That shit was terrible, bro. Did you see a Ravens-Niners game?
No, like so I don't really watch anything outside of Steelers games, but like I would imagine that one was interesting, but like I thought it was going to be closer though.
I feel like everybody watching like the Niners game.
Like specifically that game, right? Because they're like both Super Bowl contenders, so it's like.
You think Ravens might go? They got like a kid-ass defense.
I mean, I think they're still the first seed, so it's like very possible. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody has to go through Baltimore and like they end up going to the Super Bowl.
Wasn't that Super Bowl matchup? Was that a rematch?
It was also a Super Bowl rematch, yeah, from like when the Harbaughs went against each other.
2014 or some shit, right?
Yeah, like a while back. But yeah, how was your Christmas? Did you do anything? Wait, when were you away? That was like a week. That was the week before Christmas, right?
Not Christmas.
That was a week before, right? Like you left.
That was like last
or
We went to
late?
Anaheim. We just went to Disney.
Oh, okay.
To my nephew there.
Yeah,
And so that was cool. And yeah,
That sounds fun.
last week. Yeah,
that was like unrelated to Christmas. You guys just
nah,
did that
yeah.
for fun,
I mean, it was
right?
like a Christmas trip, but like
Yeah,
it wasn't supposed to be like near Christmas or whatever. But
yeah.
yeah. So we did that. No, yeah, Christmas. We just chilled. We didn't go nothing or go nowhere.
Oh, really?
I got I don't know if you know, but my family always throws like this big ass New Year's party though, like New Year's Eve party.
Yeah, it
so,
sounds familiar.
yeah, we do it like every year basically, and pretty like we usually like we'll go there like New Year's Eve, right? Start like waking up around like 5, 6, and everyone will show up at like one person's designated house, and we'll just drink and shit and like do the countdown together. And we used to sleep over, but like ever since, right? It's like everybody's been kind of like iffy about it for some. I mean, I don't personally don't care.
Like what you tryna do? What do you want? I just rolled another blunt. And shawty, she calling. I know, baby, what you want? I got in my section. Look at my direction. She at IG thought all she want is impressions. I got what she want, that's why she in my section. I'm with slimes. Wipe your nose, we a bless. It's my time. I'm taking what's mine. Why you worry about you? I worry about mine. Yeah, that would've hit me. Yeah, I'm on the block with a shimmy. Sipping on it, I don't do no rim. Yeah, smoking on that, can you hear me? Yeah, we got the muddy film. I got a belly.
It's time to take myself home. Had a couple of errands that I need to run, but I guess I'll just run them tomorrow instead. Not sure how much of that you guys caught, but my friend actually did like the Mustang. He said he liked it from the outside and stuff, and you guys heard the communications when we were inside the car that he liked it. But yeah, pretty cool reaction overall. Obviously I didn't catch his comments when he was outside of the car because I was outside adjusting the louver or making sure it was secure when he came by or came outside and saw the car. But yeah, he thought it was cool. Obviously very different than the M5 and the Lamborghini, and you know, pretty different than the 04 Mustang too, even though it's obviously the same car, but they are almost 20 years apart, or they literally are 20 years apart, I guess, because that's 04, it's a 24, so very different obviously in those 20 years of time. And yeah, he thought it was cool, so had a great time with him. We just grabbed lunch and whatnot, and then headed home, and then we'll see. I'll probably do some work, obviously going to do social media stuff probably the remainder of the night, as I have been doing over the last several days, and as I normally do. But for the last few days I've actually been pretty much working on content and stuff, you know, from the time I end work all the way to the point I go to sleep around 11 or so. So the grind is sort of on a whole new level. Not that I was getting much rest before anyways, but right now we're very much pushing as hard as possible on content. I think at this point it's very important and imperative for me to make 2024 my year on social media and make my presence known, and yeah, make all the supporters happy, all the old ones, all the new ones, and all the future ones. So we're going to try to do it as big as possible on social media. This is the official first drive in the rain. I was hoping it wouldn't rain, but fortunately it didn't start raining until I almost got home anyways. Because I was like, if it is going to rain, I actually prefer taking the Lambo, since I feel like that car has better traction than this car, and who knows what would happen. And you guys know how Mustangs are and stuff, and I feel like I have a good understanding of how this car works, but we never really know for sure.